Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Harihi Om. Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Harihi Om. So I welcome all of you for the last session of Drk-Drsya Viveka. This is the 10th session. And what is Drk-Drsya Viveka? Drak is the seer, Drshya is the seen. Discrimination between the seer and seen is called Drk-Drsya Viveka. When I see something, let us say this box, I am the seer and the box is seen. It is very obvious that seer is separate from the seen. But what we don't know is seer and seen are one reality. Seer and seen is the only one reality that is called awareness or Brahman. Seer is not different from the seen. But to recognize one reality which is beyond seer and seen, we need to discriminate. That discrimination process called Drk-Drsya Viveka. So Drak, who is the Drak? I am Drak, and what is seen is the Drshya. So reality is always the Drak, and what is seen is Maya, appearance. So from appearance, we have to go to reality. Drak is the seer. Drshyam is the Maya, appearance. So that's where initially we recognize three types of seers. For the purpose of recollection, we started with the three types of seers. Seer number one is when my eyes, when I'm seeing a flower, my eyes are the seers. Eyes become the seer and the flower is the seen. In the seen, the world of seen, there's a variety. So many colors are there. But eyes are black. The seer, there's no variety. Seen, there is a variety. That's called seer number one. That. Now, is eye the seer, real seer? Eye is also seen. My eyes also I can see. Who sees that? Mind will, from mind, my mind will recognize. There's a pain in the eyes. My eyes are red. The recognition happens in the mind. So the mind is the seer. The eyes are the seen. Finally, there are no thoughts in the mind. There are thoughts in the mind. There's a recognition happens because of seer number three. Mind is the seer number two, and seer number three is called Sakshi. Out of these, who is the real seer? Real seer is the Sakshi only. The Sakshi is called Atma, Sakshi is called Brahman. So seer number one and two are Mithya. They are dependent realities. They are not independent realities. Seer number one is dependent on seer number two. Seer number two is dependent on seer number three. And what is seen is dependent on the seer. Drshyam is dependent on the seer. What I see always is dependent on the seer. If my eyes are red, if my eyes are jaundice, I see the world as yellow. The world is not yellow, but the appearance changes based on my sense organs. What is dependent reality, what is independent reality, we don't recognize. The Sakshi is the ultimate independent reality. That is Atma, that's Brahman. And everything is a dependent reality. Dependent reality has no existence of its own. For example, gold necklace. So necklace has no independent reality at all. Necklace is a name and form of gold. The gold is only reality. Similarly, Sakshi or Atma is the only reality. Others are just appearance of name and form. Appearance will change, but this reality doesn't change. So that's what we discussed in the first class. So in the last session, we are discussing types of seers. First, 3 types of seers we did, and then we come to 3 types of jiva. In Drk-Drsya Viveka discussed 3 types of jiva, if you have to recollect. Three types of beings we discussed. What are they? So these 3 types of beings is compared to water, wave, and bubble. Water, wave, and bubble. The waves will keep on rising and falling. Bubbles will appear and get burst. But nothing happens to water. Water, wave, and bubble. So these 3 realities, water, wave, and bubble, we call it as 3 types of jiva. We spoke of paramarthika jiva or absolute reality. Then we spoke of vyavaharika jiva or waking state reality. And pratibhasika jiva or dream level reality. There are 3 types of reality we spoke of. 3 types of jiva we spoke of. Paramarthika, vyavaharika, and pratibhasika. So initially we start with 3 types of seer. Seer number 1, seer number 2, seer number 3. Seer number 3 sakshi. Correspondingly, absolute reality or paramarthika jiva is sakshi. Then what is seer number 2 and seer number 1? The correspond not seer number 1. Absolute reality sakshi is the same, paramarthika jiva. So then paramarthika jiva appears as a vyavaharika jiva and pratibhasika jiva. The paramarthika jiva projects the world, waking world, and appears as chidabhasa or reflected consciousness in the waking world. So then chidabhasa forgets that I am paramarthika jiva and identifies the waking body and waking world. Then the waker goes to dream state. Waker forgets that he is the waker and he takes the dream body and identifies the dream world. So that's called pratibhasika jiva. So this is compared to water, wave, and bubble. The water does not change at all. Water is the unchanging reality. When the wind is there, waves rise. Bubbles appear. Bubbles burst. Wave falls back, but nothing happens to water. As paramarthika jiva, I am unaffected by anything. So now entire spiritual journey is to recognize I am paramarthika jiva. And who has to recognize? The vyavaharika jiva, waker has to recognize. So what happens in these jivas? So paramarthika, pratibhasika jiva identifies with the dream body and dream mind and experience the dream world. Dream world is very real for pratibhasika jiva. So pratibhasika jiva, when he experiences the dream world, dream level reality is very real. In dream, if a tiger chases you, you start running away. You don't know. It's a dream tiger. So dream is very real for the dreamer. The dreamer is called pratibhasika jiva. The dreamer wakes up. When he wakes up, he becomes the vyavaharika jiva or transactional reality. From dream level reality, he enters into Vyavaharika, transactional reality. Now, what happens to dream world? Dream world disappears. The dream body disappears. For Vyavaharika Jiva, or the Vyavaharika world is real. Whatever world you are seeing, now we are in the Vyavaharika level, transactional level. Transactional reality is real. And Vyavaharika Jiva identifies the body, waking state body. Vyavaharika Jiva has forgotten he is Paramatika Jiva. Absolute reality has forgotten. He has considered himself as Vyavaharika Jiva. Vyavahara world is real. And similarly, Pratibhasika Jiva, dreamer, forgets that he is a waker. He is a Vyavaharika, he forgets he is a waking world. He is the waker who is dreaming. And he considers dream world as real. So in each level, there is a forgetfulness of the other state and identification of the current state. So now what happens? The awakening process is to waking up a new reality, waking up to my reality. When the dreamer wakes up, he becomes the waker. A dreamer wakes up, he becomes the waker. He becomes the Vyavaharika Jiva. Pratibhasika Jiva wakes up to become Vyavaharika Jiva. The dreamer becomes a waker when he wakes up. Then what happens? The dream world disappears completely. The dream body disappears completely. So whatever you are experiencing in the dream disappears. In dream, you may be very happy, making a lot of money. Or dream, you may be suffering because the tiger is chasing you or thieves are coming. Nothing in the dream world will affect the waker. The dream world is completely disappeared. But when waker wakes up, this waking world, the dream world is because of our Nidra Shakti or the power of dreaming. Nidra Shakti is the power of Atma to experience the dream. And when you wake up from the dream, you wake up into waker world. The waker world is real now. Dream world is disappeared. The waker's world is because of Maya Shakti. The Paramatika Jiva, absolute reality, has a power called Maya Shakti. With Maya, Paramarthika Jiva has projected a waker world, waker body, and experienced the waker world and waker body as Chidavasa, reflected consciousness. Chidavasa identifies the waker body. This, what we are experiencing in the waker state, is called, because of Maya, it's a longer dream. If you wake up from the waker's dream, then you realize that you are Atma, the Sakshi, or Paramarthika Jiva. You are Brahman. That realization happens when you wake up from the waking dream. So how do you wake up from the waking dream? How do you wake up from the dreaming dream? The dreamer wakes up naturally. When the dream ends, after some time, he wakes up. What is the reason for dreamer to wake up? Dreamer wakes up because he has the prarabdha karma or vasanas to fulfill in the waking state. He has to take care of the family, he has to take care of children, he has to go to school. So the vasanas will rise, bringing him back to waking state. The waker goes into dream state, then experiences vasanas gathered in the waking state in dream state. When in the dream state, after experiencing the vasanas, he'll wake up. For example, in the waking state, I saw a beautiful house. I want to purchase it, but I don't have money. But in the dream state, you will go into another house, you may enjoy it. In dream state, you are experiencing some vasanas of the waking state, impressions of the waking state in the dream state. But after you experience it, again, you have to wake up, because waking state, you have something to do, some pending work to do. Vasanas and samskaras are there. How do you wake up from the waking state? When you wake up from the waking state, you will realize that you are Paramarthika Jiva and Brahman. So for waking up from the waking state, you need to do Shravana, Manana, Nididhyasa. Listening to the teachings, clearing the doubts, and internalizing the teachings. Shravana, Manana, Nididhyasa has to be done in waking state again and again, again and again, again and again, until you are fully established that I am the Paramarthik Jiva. You have to wake up from the waking state. The waking dream is called Maya. Waking dream is because of Maya Shakti of Atma. The dreaming dream is because of the Nidra Shakti of Atma. There's a difference. When you wake up from the waking dream, the world doesn't disappear. Body doesn't disappear suddenly. The world and body continue to be there. Unlike when you wake up from the dreaming dream, when you wake up from the dreaming dream, you wake up as a waker. Pratibhasika Jiva wakes up as a Vyavaharika Jiva. The Pratibhasika world, everything is gone. The dream body is gone, dream world is gone. But when you Vyavaharika Jiva, when he wakes up, the waking world, waking body continues to be there, but it's realized as mithya or unreal. It does not disappear. Why it does not disappear? Because of prarabdha karma which is pending, residual prarabdha karma. Until residual prarabdha karma is cleared, the waking world and waking body doesn't disappear. But the waker who has woken up from the waking dream realized that I am the Paramarthika Jiva. And how does he realize? He realizes through Shravana, Manana, Nididhyasa. Shravana has to be done under the guidance of a realized master. The realized master is called Brahmanishta. So, master who has realized also should be able to teach. Without teaching ability, nobody is a guru. A person may be realized, but if he doesn't teach, he is a sadhu, Mahatma. We can go and take blessings from him. But if you have to get Atma Jnana, you need to go to a guru or a teacher. The guru or teacher will give you very systematic instruction of Vedanta in a way you can understand, and the teaching goes deep inside you. Through examples, through illustrations, through stories, he will communicate the truth to you. Such a person is called Shrotriya Brahmanishta. If you don't get a Shrotriya or Brahmanishta, the realization of the truth is difficult. Shravana will remove the Adnana, ignorance. So far you are thinking that I am the body, I am the mind, I am the intellect. You realize, Nanu, Nanembudu, Nanalla, Ideha, Manabuddhi, Nanalla, Sachidanandatma, Shivanannani, Shivoham, 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 Atmadarshanam, Brahmadarshanam, Brahmadarshanam, Satyadarshanam. So you realize that I am not the body, I am not the mind, I am not the intellect, I am pure consciousness. And that's called Atma. And Atma is not the Brahman, the totality. The inner reality and outer reality is one. So that's called realization of the truth. Atmarshanam, Brahmadarshanam, Satyadarshanam. So for whom it happens? For the Vyavaharika Jiva. Because of Shravana. The Mukti is because of Shravana Matrena. Listening gives the Mukti. So the clarity and conviction arises in the presence of the master when you listen. But after you go out, some doubts may come. The doubts have to be clarified. So going back to the teachings, reading books, discussing with the satsangis, you may clarify the doubt. It's called manana process. Then finally, what you have done manana has to be internalized. It has to go deep inside you. Your subconscious mind has to accept. In the subconscious mind, this earlier recording is there. I'm the body, I'm the mind, I'm the intellect. So the internalization process is called nididhyasa. Shravana is like watering a plant. Manana is like removing the weeds, which will stop the growth of the plant. Nididhyasa is internalized. Shravana is like planting a seed, putting a seed. Manana is watering. Nididhyasa gives the fruits. Shravana, Manana, Nididhyasa. So Nididhyasa, I can give you an example. So I am drinking a cup of coffee. I put sugar. But when I drink, the coffee is still bitter. The sugar has not dissolved. So for dissolving the sugar has to be stirred. So similarly, I am Atma, I am Brahman, I am Paramarthika Jiva has to go deep inside me, into your subconscious mind. So that process is called Nididhyasa. So when a Vyavaharika Jiva wakes up, he wakes up as a Paramarthika Jiva. But when he wakes up as Paramarthika Jiva, the world and the body will continue. It doesn't disappear at all. But he knows the body and the world is unreal. And Vyavaharika Jiva claims that I am Paramarthika Jiva, not to somebody else. He knows deep inside he is the Paramarthika Jiva. He knows very clearly I am Paramarthika Jiva. How? When a woman interacts with a husband or a child, or the maid, or in the office, she knows that she is a woman. She doesn't have to remember again and again. And the woman has gone deep inside her. Similarly, I am Brahman, I am Paramarthika Jiva, has become so deep ingrained in you, in the person, that Vyavaharika Jiva, when any transaction, he knows that he is Brahman. He doesn't have to claim it, he doesn't have to say it, he doesn't have to remember it. It has gone deep inside. That's called Sahaja Samadhi or natural state. It's not a state of, it is not an altered state of consciousness. Or some visions, some miracles, nothing. Simply anything you do in the waking state, dream state, deep sleep state, I am Brahman. That understanding is very clear. Just like I am a woman or I am a man is clear to you in any situation. A deeply ingrained knowledge. You don't have to tell anybody. And such a person is called Jivan Mukta. Liberated while he is alive. He is the enlightened one. I am Paramarthika Jiva is the deep-rooted knowledge in him through Shravana, Manana, Nididhyasa. So how does the waker wake up from the waking dream? How does the waker wake up from the Maya? For waker to wake up from Maya, the teaching of the realized master is required. So now the question comes, the Viveka world is Mithya, Viveka Guru is Mithya, teaching is Mithya, then how do you, from Mithya, how do you get Satya? Mithya means unreal. Before waking up, before realization, the world is real. The Guru is real. The teaching is also real. But after waking up, only Guru and the teaching and the world becomes unreal. The example is, an elephant was sleeping, and in the dream, elephant has a dream. In the dream, a tiger starts chasing the elephant. So elephant is afraid. Elephant runs and jumps into a water in the dream. Then suddenly elephant wakes up. Then it realizes that there is no tiger. There is no water also. So now look at this. In the elephant's dream, the tiger is real, running is also real, jumping in water is also real. But elephant woke up because of the dream tiger. Similarly, a waking world, the teacher, Guru, is like a dream tiger. And you, all of us, are like elephants who are sleeping. Why elephant? Because elephant is a power of strength. Ego is very strong, like an elephant. We are dreaming. In the dream called Maya, in that Guru comes, it's like a tiger and wakes up. After waking up, the world is unreal, the Guru is unreal, the teaching is unreal, but before that, all are real. So we should not ignore the teaching of the master. In fact, we should consider the teaching of the master, Guru, as Satya in the Mithya world. That will only help us to wake up. So once you wake up, the dream world becomes unreal, the dream body becomes unreal, the waking world becomes unreal, waking body becomes unreal, Mithya. And such a person is called Paramarthika Jiva. He is also called Jivan Mukta. The Paramarthika Jiva will continue to play the roles he is playing in the Vyavarika life. He doesn't run away from the Vyavarika world. He continues to play the role in the Vyavarika world. Maybe a husband, maybe a wife, maybe a teacher, maybe a guru. Any role he plays very well. Knowing very well that there are roles. He doesn't identify the role. He doesn't identify the waker body. He doesn't identify with the waker mind. Waker body and waker mind, he uses it as an instrument to play the role. He knows the waking world is Mithya. He knows the waking body is Mithya. And what does he identify? He identifies with the Chit, consciousness, Atma, Brahman. He knows himself, he identifies himself with the Sachidananda Atma. Whereas waker knows himself as I am the body. The dreamer knows as I am the dream body. The Paramarthika Jiva knows himself as Sachidananda Atma. I am pure awareness, non-dual. But Paramarthika Jiva, after waking up from the waker dream, will continue to play the role, can continue to play the role, what he was doing in the waker, without identifying the role. And he does it well. He will do it more for Loka Kalyana, service. He may play the role of a guru, or he may continue to take care of, play the role of husband or wife without causing any disruption. Such a person is called Jivan Mukta. So, Jivan Mukta knows that I am Paramarthika Jiva, I am Satchidananda Swarupa fully. But interacts in the world. So, to give an example, there's an actor, great actor, Mr. X. So, he plays the role of a beggar. And he plays the role of a beggar. He forgets that he's an actor. He gets so involved in the beggar role. He gets so identified with the beggar role. Even after the role is over, he'll keep on crying. Baba, Baba, paisa de de, paisa de de. He acts like a beggar. Even after completing the role. Because the beggar role, because the identity in the beggar role. So then, suddenly recognizes, I'm not a beggar, I'm an actor. Now he can play the role of a beggar, rich man or policeman very comfortably. He does acting very well. Knowing very well I am the actor, Mr. X, playing the role of a beggar or rich man or policeman. He can play any role. Similarly, a Vyavaharika Jiva recognizes I am the Sakshi, I am Paramarthika Jiva. Vyavaharika Jiva is like a Paramarthika Jiva is like an actor. Vyavaharika Jiva or Pratibhasika Jiva is like roles. Vyavaharika body is the dress. Pratibhasika body is the dress. Vyavaharik Paramarthika Jiva is like an actor. Initially, Paramarthika Jiva has identified with the role. He thinks I am the body, waking body. Then he feels miserable, samsara. So then when he wakes up, he realizes that I am Paramarthika Jiva. Now he can play any role very comfortably. There's no identity in the role. He is free from any effect of the role. So a beggar and actor plays the role of beggar. As beggar, people mistreat him. For the actor, there's no effect. Similarly, Paramarthika Jiva, when he plays the role of a Vyavaharika Jiva, knowing fully well I am Paramarthika Jiva, nothing in the Paramarthika world, Vyavaharika world affects him. Such a person is called Jivan Mukta. So Bhagavad Gita beautifully describes the state of Jivan Mukta. Dukeshu anudignamanaha sukeshu vigataspraha veta raga bhayakrodha stitaji munirchate. Bhagavad Gita 2.57. Doesn't get depressed when sorrow is there. Doesn't get elated when the joy is there. Vita raga, attraction, repulsion doesn't affect him. Bhayakrodha, fear and anger doesn't affect him. Such a person is Stita Pradna. When an actor X plays the role of a beggar, whatever happens in the role doesn't affect the actor. Similarly, Paramarthika Jiva, a Gnani, when he acts in the Vyavaharika world, what happens to whatever happens in the Vyavaharika world does not affect the Paramarthika Jiva. It's myself. Paramarthika Jiva is Brahman. I am that Brahman. So why should I understand I am Paramarthika Jiva? Water, wave, bubble we have to remember. The wave rises and wave falls. Bubble gets created and gets burst. If I identify the wave, the life is very turbulent. The wind will make the wave rise, wind will make the wave fall. I have to dance to the tunes of the wind. As a bubble, the bubble is bigger problem. Bubble will be created and bubble will get burst. So as Vyavaharika Jiva, I go through turbulence of samsara. So many challenges and difficulties disturb me. The wind, the relationships, the money, the job, the finances, health, the changes in the society, everything affects the Vyavaharika Jiva. But wind doesn't affect the water. The water, nothing changes. Water is always same. Whether it appears as a wave or bubble, nothing happens to water. So the moment I recognize I am Paramarthika Jiva, the turbulence of the world doesn't affect me. Relationships, money, power, position, the worldly conditions does not affect me. I become Jivan Mukta. If I identify the bubble, that's a bigger problem because bubble is life is very short-lived. Compared to wave, it is much short-lived. It disappears. You might have seen people, they have a bad dream. They'll keep on worrying, I had a bad dream, I had a bad dream, I had a bad dream. What is the effect of this bad dream? They'll consult people. The effect of dream, they suffer. Without understanding the dream is like a bubble. It bursts, changes. Don't identify the dream character. Don't identify the waking character. Realize you are Brahman, Atma, Paramarthika Jiva. Then you are free from samsara. When the bubble bursts, it becomes a wave. When the wave subsides, it becomes water. It's the water alone which appears as a wave and bubble. It is the Paramarthika Jiva alone which appears as a Vyavaharika Jiva and Pratipasika Jiva. The water appears as a wave and bubble. The bubble is water, wave is water, but water is not wave, water is not bubble. Similarly, I am the Paramarthika Jiva. I appear as a Vyavaharika Jiva. I appear as a Pratipasika Jiva. The waker and dreamer. The waking world doesn't affect me. The dream world doesn't affect me. I am Brahman. I am Sachidananda Atma. The dreamer has to realize I am the waker and waker is Paramarthika Jiva. Like bubble is nothing but water. The waker has to realize that I am the Paramarthika Jiva. The wave has to realize I am water. But water is not wave or bubble. Bubble or wave is water. The other way is true. So this realization alone gives happiness. The Vyavaharika Jiva and Pratipasika Jiva and Paramarthika Jiva, all of them say I am. In the dream says I am the body, dream body. In the waking state, I am the dream waking body. So the Paramarthika Jiva says, just says I am, no identification with anything. I am is the only reality. I stands for consciousness, I am stands for existence. When existence and consciousness is identified the body, it becomes limited. I am body becomes limited. Ananda is missing. In the waking body or dream body. When I am pure, I am the real I, there is no identification with anything. That is called Ananda, infinity. Ananta. The dreamer and the waker, Vyavaharika Jiva or Pratipasika Jiva, they don't have happiness of their own. They'll get a borrowed happiness from Vyavaharika, Paramarthika Jiva. So their happiness is borrowed. I feel happy. I feel happy when I drink a cup of coffee. But the coffee, happiness is not in coffee. Happiness comes from Paramarthika Jiva. Ananda. So they have borrowed happiness. So that's why Vyavaharika Jiva and Pratipasika Jiva are Mithya, because they don't have their own real independent existence. Vyavaharika Jiva borrows its life from the Paramarthika Jiva. Just like necklace borrows its existence from gold. The wave borrows its existence from water. Similarly, Paramarthika Jiva, Vyavaharika Jiva and Pratipasika Jiva borrow their existence from Paramarthika Jiva. Paramarthika Jiva alone is real. Vyavaharika Jiva and Pratipasika Jiva are Mithya because they don't have independent existence. They have borrowed existence. They have borrowed Ananda. They have borrowed happiness, borrowed existence. They don't have real existence. The wave and bubble borrow their existence from water. Similarly, Vyavaharika Jiva and Pratipasika Jiva borrow their existence, I am, from the Paramarthika Jiva. Paramarthika Jiva alone is real. So realize I am that Paramarthika Jiva, I am that absolute reality, and be free from suffering. Be free from samsara, Jivan Mukti. This is called Drk-Drsya Viveka. So one who realizes this, recognizes I am Brahman, I am Paramarthika Jiva, lives a life of a Jivan Mukta. And what is the life of a Jivan Mukta? Jivan Mukta is somebody, his body and the world will continue to be there. But he knows it's unreal. It is like this. You go to a movie, and movie is a horror movie. You are trembling, you are afraid. The ghost in the movie, it's very real. Then suddenly you realize, oh, this is just a movie. Now the ghost appears to be enjoyable. The movie appears to be enjoyable. The horror movie becomes enjoyable movie. So similarly for a Jivan Mukta, when I am Vyavaharika Jiva, I am thinking that the world is real, body is real. Then suddenly you realize the world and body are nothing like a movie, not real. Then he will continue to enjoy the show, not affected by the movie. Then he is Jivan Mukta. Another example of Jivan Mukta is somebody is dreaming. In the dream, suddenly you realize, oh, this is a dream, but you are not woken up from the dream. The dream will continue, but you know it's a dream. Such dreams are called lucid dream. Paramarthika, Vyavaharika Jiva, who understands the world as mithya or unreal, like a dream, it's more like a lucid dream. The dream doesn't disappear. He'll continue with the dream, knowing very well the dream is unreal. And such a person is called Jivan Mukta. He plays his role very well in the world without getting affected by any role he plays. So let us contemplate. This is the teaching of Drk-Drsya Viveka, shloka number 42-46. With that, we are concluding Drk-Drsya Viveka today. Let us contemplate, let us do Nididhyasa for some time. Close your eyes. Sit silently. Gently become aware of breath. Breathe in, breathe out. As you breathe in, breathe out, mind calms down. The breath changes, but I am the Sakshi, awareness. I don't change. I am the unchanging reality. The breath is changing reality. What changes is called Mithya. What is unchanging is called Satya. I am the Satya. When I see through the world, through the eyes are seer number one. The world is seen is Maya. But with my mind, I understand these eyes are functioning, or eyes have problem, or eyes have no problem. The mind is the real seer. The eyes are seen. Mind is seer number two. I'm aware of thoughts coming and disappearing in my mind. Thoughts appear and disappear. The body appears and disappears. The waker body appears and disappears. The dreamer body appears and disappears. But I am unchanging reality, the Sakshi, the Atma. Sakshi alone is the seer. Everything else is seen. The body, the mind, and the world appears and disappears in Sakshi. The body, mind, and the world is unreal, Mithya. Sakshi alone is Satya, and that Sakshi is Brahman, which is my nature. I am Sachidananda Swarupa. The Sakshi is Paramartha Jiva, absolute reality. Using my power of Maya, I project the waker body and the waker world. Using my power of Nidra Shakti, I project the dream body and dream world. As a waker, I identify the waking body. As a dreamer, I identify the dream body. In reality, I'm not the waker, I'm not the dreamer, I'm the Atma, Paramarthika Jiva, absolute reality, unchanging reality. Stay as pure I am, the Atma, the witness of the waker body, waker world. Knowing very well that waker body, waker world is Mithya, Atma alone is Satya. I am that Paramarthika Jiva, absolute reality, unchanging by anything. Waker body, waker world dissolves when the dream happens. The dreamer body, dream world disappears in the dream. In the sleep, waker and dreamer disappear. In death, waker and dreamer disappear. But they appear when you wake up. But after Jivan Mukti, the waker and dreamer both dissolve in Videha Mukti. They don't appear. Paramarthika Jiva alone remains. I am the Paramarthika Jiva. असतो मा सद्गमय तमसो मा ज्योतिर्गमय मृत्योर्मा अमृतं गमय। ओम शांति शांति शांति। पूर्णमदः पूर्णमिदं पूर्णात् पूर्णमुदच्यते पूर्णस्य पूर्णमादाय पूर्णमेवावशिष्यते। ओम शांति शांति शांति। ನಾನು ನಾನೆಂಬುದು ನಾನಲ್ಲ, ಈ ದೇಹ ಮನಬುದ್ಧಿ ನಾನಲ್ಲ, ಸಚ್ಚಿದಾನಂದಾತ್ಮ ಶಿವನಾಮ್ನಾನಿ ಶಿವೋಹಂ ಶಿವೋಹಂ ಶಿವೋಹಂ। ಆತ್ಮದರ್ಶನಂ ಬ್ರಹ್ಮದರ್ಶನಂ ಬ್ರಹ್ಮದರ್ಶನಂ ಸತ್ಯದರ್ಶನಂ। ಅಂತರ್ಜ್ಯೋತಿ ಬಹಿರ್ಜ್ಯೋತಿ ಪ್ರತ್ಯಕ್ ಜ್ಯೋತಿ ಪರಾತ್ಪರ ज्योतिरेव ज्योति स्वयं ज्योति आत्मज्योति शिवोऽस्म्यहं। लोकाः समस्ताः सुखिनो भवन्तु, लोकाः समस्ताः सुखिनो भवन्तु, लोकाः समस्ताः सुखिनो भवन्तु। हरिः ओम। श्री गुरुभ्यो नमः। हरिः ओम।